This is Genesis. I'm coming back to you today with a video about Vcom AI, when we are focusing purely on Vcom AI today, and bug fixes and improvements, things like that. There's a couple of things I have on the plate for today. We'll see how we go about this. So the first thing, we have a bug that just got reported on the forums here. Originally by Red Army. Oh, we'll back a page here. Saying essentially the way he reports it as, when disabling resistance side, blue 4 does not respond appropriately to resistance anymore, I believe is how will not respond appropriately. So if there's a side you disable like op 4 resistance, the other side will not respond appropriately to that side. Now that's a bug that is going to be interesting to fix. I'm not exactly sure. We'll take a closer look at that for sure. So first thing I realized is I want to do some more security things for Vcom on being ran on servers. So there was one thing here. I do a lot of remote exec for a lot of commands. One thing, we're looking at the hearing aids here that helps AI hear other AI better and respond appropriately. I use a Vcom call remote exec. I don't want to do this. This can be a security issue, because what you usually have to do is add it to config remote exec for a lot of servers that lock this shit down, so no pub can use this. If I leave this in here, then anybody joining, if they have access to it, can run Vcom call, which can actually be a security risk. So what we have to do then is create a function that does exactly this when I want it to do. So we're actually just going to do that right now. So this function will edit the knowledge of a unit for a specific site. Okay, it's pretty easy to do. I'm just lazy. So essentially, these are the parameters we're passing the. Here's this. Yeah, an array, and then the unit we're increasing the knowledge about. So the params, and we'll just even keep it the exact same, right? So it's going to be, the params are going to be the array of units that. Oh, why did copy and paste not work here? Oh, that's weird. There we go. Okay. And refix that. Okay. Love that bug. So we're passing that. Oh, that's happening here. And we're going to be passing just the unit to this function. I hate it when this bug happens. Okay. So what happens is they shoot, and if there's, a muzzle on or anything that changes it, if there's no suppressor on, you're firing, then they're going to hear you. And of course, it only does this every like 60 seconds or so. Or is it every 20 seconds or so? Sorry, this will only execute, so it won't be executing too often because we're using remote exec. We got to be careful about that. So we do. It goes through and gets a list of all the units within a distance of you. If they are within the whatever Vcom hearing distance variable is set to, then it adds them to this array, and then from there it will do one remote exec for the entire array and set some information up for them. And this information we're setting up is right here. So literally we are going whoop. If the unit is local, then we're increasing the knows about of that unit to the unit by 0.4. Now that's a larger variable. That's more than enough to be aware. So shooting without a gun is pretty much instantly reveals you if you're within the distance. So that they know they're gonna know where you're at. So and I could decrease this, and maybe we should do that. Make it 0.25 or something. I don't know how much that really matters. It's been a while since I messed with that. I mean, that's pretty much the function done. I defined it in config functions, so this is the library essentially of all the functions Vcom has. Actually, not a lot compared to Dissension or something like that. So what we do now is we grab the name of the function here, Vcom func know about, and then we come back into here. Instead of using Vcom call, we use Vcom func know about. So now we're executing that on everyone's machine. The reason 0 here means we execute it on everyone's machine. The reason for that is the list of units can be run on headless clients, can be run on whatever. So everyone runs it. Then if any of the units are local, they'll set the variable to it. Okay, but only if the unit is local on their machine will that happen. So what we need to do now is go in here and make it so that function can be ran. In the description.exe, if you want this function to work properly, you need to add this to your description. So now it will work. There's a couple things in here that I have They're only Vcom specific. I'll probably go through and fix some things as well as we see it. But making it more secure never hurts, and it's easy. It's pretty easy. Just adds an extra function, a little bit of size to it. Okay, so we're kind of going off of the GitHub here, which is the best way for me to keep track of everything. And the biggest issue we have is mount and dismount cycling bug where it will hop in, hop out, hop in, hop out. I hate this issue. This drives me batshit crazy, and I haven't been finding a reliable way to fix it yet. I was hoping Arma 3 would fix it themselves eventually, but that hasn't happened in years. So, I think this is a bug I created. AO will take control of player groups as the player becomes incapacitated. I think I fixed this. Actually, I'm pretty sure I did, so we're going to go and close that because I know I fixed that. Alright. I can find... Okay, this is old. So I'm going through some of these here. Find cover, yeah, this is no longer needed. This function is no longer needed. It was a heavy function. And default A3 find cover works well enough. This also, okay, yeah. It also was an issue with like doing do move doesn't work as well anymore like it used to in combat. So it is less, it was close issue, it is less vital now because do move just sucks. Okay, this is one I'm not quite sure how to do quite yet. So it wants to add in settings in the Eden editor for Vcom AI. Add more verbose debug logging. Yeah, and you know what? Maybe we should do some better debugging stuff. So I need to be writing things as I usually do system chat, which I need to avoid using system chat. I'm just lazy again. What I should be using is this, was it diag log or something? This command. I need to be using this, and it could be anything really. So if debug mode is on, I need to be using this more often. You know, a quick check, if then check can cause, I mean, it is another extra, you know, command that's to be ran, but it's really quick anyway. It's just checking true false. So let's go ahead and confirm what the backup OMR, user config. I think it's just Vcom debug, right? Yeah. So this is set to true, and you know, let's set this to true right now. And I'll update that in my own settings. Well, and here let's keep this to false because I'm gonna forget to change that. I'll change out my own settings later. So if Vcom debug, then what we want to do is I don't need to make it a string, right? It could be anything at time, format. I can format it just like that. Okay. Okay. That's kind of nice then. Alright, so then we're going to do format. I don't do this just because I'm paranoid. We're going to do %1, %2, because we want to pass along the unit that knows more. So we'll do X unit knows knowledge of %2 is at whatever this variable is, %3. So that way we can actually track, and maybe we'll give this a test as well. In there, we'll kind of do some testing and look at the RPT log and kind of track this as it's going. So that's good to know. Okay, there's that. And we actually might have to use this. Okay. let's just, I'm just defining this variable beforehand. So I'm doing here in this enemy array is just defining the variable beforehand. I don't want to use, oh, I just keep doing this. There we go. I don't want to do private target site inside this loop because it just keeps looping over and over again. But I'm just going to do this. Get rid of this old school way. And then this function quickly finds the list of all enemy units for a specific site. Okay. Perfect. And we can even come in here and add some more debugging code here. This will let us know if what we're shooting is actually counting as suppressed. We can test that. For weapons pressed, so %1, and then we'll put the unit name at %2. So this will return true or false. So this essentially returns true or false. So if the attachment is not equal to blank and then the number of blah blah audible fire is less than 1, then whatever, it'll return it. And then we can kind of track that now. So I'm hoping, did I keep that right? Yep, that's right. So perfect. Make sure that works, and then we're going to assume the rest I know works pretty well through the knows about function. Alright, so there's that. So the next thing that we had a question on was someone we're going to be working on that for sure. That's not, yeah. Someone put in, consider integrating fire of effect. God of War. So, fire for effect. I haven't seen this before, so let's take a look at this. Fire effect, it looks like it is a counterpart to Armor 2's Fire Will add-on prepared for Armor 3 with only minor changes, mostly unavoidable due to completely new artillery handling. This variation deals with artillery under Hetman's script, unlike Armor 2. Okay, honestly, actually, okay. Fire effect provides fully autonomous AR artillery that reacts on current situation by smart shelling enemy targets spotted by allied forces. Smart means reasonable target choosing, avoiding friendly fire, stealing casualties, and ability of predicting where moving targets will be impacted by analysis and movement vector. Okay, pretty fancy. So AI target units. Okay, provides also simulation of targeting errors due to factors like human mistakes. Yada yada yada. Okay, okay. There's an add-on version, script version. I Add-on was created by player for players source scripts, so you can freely modify, copy, cannibalize these in your projects. It's released under a license. I'll be grateful for notification with each usage. Okay, well let me take a look at this. I really like this. You know, I need to use this statement in my own shit, so I'm actually going to take that. I'm actually going to take that. And is that in here already? Yeah, let's go put that on here. I really like that statement. Thank you, sir. I'm going to use that. API, yeah. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and take that. So let's take a look at this. There's a script version of it. And here's the PDF version. I made a PDF. Damn. Fancy. I need to make a PDF for Vcom. Alright, so to init, place following in the field unit activation field trigger. Okay. User can also call smoke and mission fire mission directly via. Okay. Okay. This is pretty good. So I want to do. Why is this so small? Okay. Everything's so tiny. What happened here? Here we go. Okay. So I'm going to include this right now in the development version. just so I can refer back to it. Again, you know, that whole laziness thing. Okay. Can this go away now? Alright, thank you. Haha. Configuration. I like this. Okay. No control issue, but Helen's other area will be excluded from. Okay. Already shells, positive integer, multiplier. Okay. Time gap between each seek for target cycle. Each cycle, not busy, battery on map looks for new fire mission opportunity. The only worry with this, the same issue people had with Vcom is how often they're going to be using their artillery on us. But we'll go ahead and give it a try. Okay, I don't want anyone to be able to spot targets. False by default if limited spotting is active. Okay. Don't think so. I like this. Okay. Wait, what? Iowa mode. FA auto detects our battleship asset and we use dedicated forward mode for okay, reason mode should not be used for any other side. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Interesting. So let's download it. So people are saying, hey, let's give this, let's give it a try. So what we'll do is, maybe I should actually download it here, huh? And if this works well, I have to give him a huge thanks because there's a script version. Wow, it's actually pretty light too. That actually surprises me. We'll include it in Vcom under here, so it's all in one folder. But I'm definitely, we got to give credit for this. Let's take a look here. So to, like I said, to start it, all I'm going to do is add this line. And I'm not going to change anything. I'm just going to load it up. Of course, I'm going to have to adjust for the changes here. Let me get this guy's actual full name here. This was created by, this guy. He's really awesome. Ridager. Alright, Ridager, thank you. Put a link in here. Perfect. And we will put this in here. And I think I can actually get over with that because it's in this folder right here, but I think for mod purposes as well, if we pack this up again, let's go and just include that Vcom. Alright. Interesting. So let's go ahead and boop. And boop. Number 3, Genesis, empty missions. I think I have a Vcom, a VCOM folder here. We are literally going to delete everything and then take this. Except for the get stuff, we don't need that. We're copying from the development section, right? And we're going to paste that on in. Oh wait, we need some changes here. So if we're going to use this, then right, we don't want. Let's disable Vcom's artillery stuff. So we'll do that in game because we can actually boot it up. Use. Now, does this work on the fly though? That's a good question. I'm assuming it would. It didn't say. I'm just double checking. Well, we're about to find out. So what I'm going to do is disable the Vcom normal artillery because that's going to mess with it. Anyway, we're going to go into I think it's default settings. There we are. And already enable. So we need to turn this to false once we load it in because it's going to go off my. Oh no, I can do it. I think. Okay, hold on. CMAPS, common, ARMA 3. User config, Vcom. Here we are. Already enabled. False. And false. Now we could just leave this in here too and just leave it false to leave the option in. People can kind of pick one or the other. But mine is definitely not as complex as that. So let's go ahead and take a look. Become A3. What do I call this mission? That's the GitHub one. Here we are. Become A3 Altus. That's all I call it. Is that it? The showcase? Is that it? I don't know. Let's load it up and find out. Let's find out. Alright. What is this saved as? That's gotta be it. This has to be it. Let's load it up. First, we'll make sure that the artillery is disabled. Alright. So, do hint string. Oh crap. I just realized it's probably referencing other functions. Let's go back up to the GitHub one. I need it to be all in Vcom folder. I guess I don't need it to be, but I would really prefer it to be. So you can come in here. I don't know, I'm just kind of looking at how he set this up. Interesting. Okay, cool. Here's the functions, which I'm assuming. Nice, okay. Wait a second, where is he defining these functions? Oh, yeah, he does this method, okay. So that was just me being stupid, so going back to the Vcom net here, I think it's just this. I actually didn't even pay attention to the error, just assumed there were other functions that needed to redefine. But let's take a look. I think that happened for 5 seconds or so. Oh, interesting. Script RYD FFE func not found. Okay. Well, let me slow down here. I'm trying to rush things again. So it's probably calling for the FFE func. Ah, there we are. So Vcom. That should help. And let's double check. Is that it? Okay. That should help. Alright. Oh, what? Now I'm getting really confused. What did I mess up here? So, oh, am I changing it? I'm changing this in the GitHub. Okay. I am, yeah, this goes back. I'm being stupid. This is what happens when you rush things. Alright, let's get rid of that folder. Oh, what do you mean I can't get rid of that folder? I'm not using it. Get rid of it, thank you. So let's try this over here so we can more easily access it. And we're going to copy that and paste that in. Gonna save, hit play. I was like, what's going on? I'm pointing it the right direction. I know I am. Okay. I'm assuming that's working. Advanced Zeus. Let's advanced Zeus it up. A hint string. First thing we want to do is make sure the Vcom artillery is disabled. False. Okay. So there should be no Vcom artillery. So let's go ahead and test first off some mortars here.
Standing by. Awaiting orders.
I'm assuming these will work. I'm going to just overkill here. And I'm going to give them some time to get set up. I don't know how often. I'm hoping this works on the fly. Otherwise, we're going to have to heavily modify it or just make our own. And yeah, a little battle here should be
Ready for orders.
more than enough
Standing by.
to get them going. So I'm going to spawn in several groups of CSAT. I want the opera to be kind of outnumbered here.
准备好了。
That's also good for testing frame rate stuff. Alright. You can see they're already getting, I know they're just getting the formation here. Perfect. Okay. Now I do want to confirm that Vcom is actually running. Sometimes it's kind of hard to tell with, you know, I don't want to assume that it's running right now. So what we want to do is hit this, should list all the AI that are currently in Vcom, all the groups I mean, and there we go. So they are running Vcom. So we're gonna move these guys up. And a very basic mission, oops, let's go over here.
照办。
Their goal is to
正在路
go
上。
up here. That's all we're doing. And the hope is, or the goal is that
Standing by.
these guys are within close enough range, and they should fire eventually. Oh, we already have an error. So we're going to go back. Unfortunately, I should have checked this first. And you know, what I'm actually going to do is make these changes in the mission folder. So I'll have to keep copying, and then I'll update it to the GitHub. So function knows about, and we're gonna get back to that one bug with the AI not seeing in a second, but I wanted to get this done. Phys local X. Error local. Type error expected object group. Oh, that's interesting. Hold on. What'd I do here? So we pass the array. Oh. You know, I need to actually change this. As I'm being stupid. Okay. Oh! Well, there's the mortar firing. I saw some of the mortars firing here. And this is going to bother me to no end. I was pretty off though, but those are normal mortar tubes. Good spread. I want to see how often they fire. And maybe that's in one of the configure options. We'll go ahead and take a look in just a moment here. There they go. Those shots go. Here they come. Okay, I think they're gonna fire that often. That inaccuracy is okay. Definitely. Kind of would like a bigger delay between the rounds. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, just for visual effect. I wonder if I can do that. Let me see how he does that. Otherwise, I'm already kind of happy with it. If it works and does what it says out of the tin, then yeah. He looks just always shooting behind them, though. Let's see. Is it called artillery? It is fire. I do artillery fire. Okay. No, that's the way he does it. Is they're all kind of set up, which is fine. Oh, I see. Oh, interesting. Shots to fire and everything. Battleship. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I like this a lot. I really like that a lot, actually. I keep forgetting they added that battleship in the recent update. There's some things I also want to change about Vcom as well. Op 4 is like push them down. And do them. Maybe that's fine. I'd rather them just stay up on the damn hill. Like this group has these waypoints. I mean, that's the waypoints they generated, right? That's kind of the randomness of it. Some guy's hanging back. Yeah, that's one thing I like to change about Vcom. If there's military buildings nearby and they're combat, I don't know if they should just kind of stay around there. It's always kind of hard to make it dynamic enough. Because they're getting shelled to shit, and then they better than they should be moving out. I need to fix this error here, it's driving me insane. Okay, so I'm pretty happy about that overall. That's good. So I think we just leave Vcom off. I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this. If we just leave it off. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is make it. This will be a Vcom parameter, but what do they call it again? Fire for effect. Fire for effect. Artillery equals true. I want this one to be the default one. This is really nice. I think this is awesome. Okay. And I'll put the link here so people can know how to edit it and all that good stuff. They can figure that out if that's something they want to do. And let's take a look at. Okay, good. Let's take a look at the effect. And we need to change the Vcom init here. And does this need to be executed server side? Does it even say? Any unit or activation field trigger or bus when the net disco. So I'm assuming everyone should execute this. Okay. So if then we run this. So very simple. Else. Well, that's it actually. It's just if that. If it's that, then that. Yeah. So what we're gonna do is if that is also enabled, and not. So I want to make sure they're not both enabled. We want to do a check because I know people will go in there and be like, yeah, this is enable them both, and there's going to be issues. So we're going to go. So if this is true and this is not true, then we execute this. Right? Okay. Else. Yeah. So if that's true and the Vcom already enable is not true. And actually what we should just do is, you know what? Let's just simplify this even more. If that is true, just flat out disable the Vcom. Equals false. That's what we need to do. And I like that a lot. Okay, we'll do that. And then let me update this. This is in the user config, so we want to update this in the actual default settings. Okay. All right. And that will disable Vcom's artillery on it. I really like that. And we'll mess around with that some more too. Let's see how that goes. Let's go and take a look at the FSM. Check. Yeah, perfect. And that's false there. So that's false and great. All right. With that said, let's take a look at that old bug. Oh, Forces Fixes knows about bug because that was driving me insane. So I didn't change the other part. And again, this happens when you rush way too much. So functions, hearing aids. Oh, where'd they go? There we are. Okay. We should probably get the we should probably get the RPT going as well. So what we need to do here, we need to completely change this up. So we were remote execing this, right? But there's only really two things that they need that we need to pass through. Is going to be these two things here. And like that. The rest of this is just, I ain't needed. Just like that. That's all we should need. That should fix the error. Just like that. And so let's make sure that bug is fixed. And then we need to take a look at reasons why when you're engaging a side, because this should help. This shouldn't matter. So say if resistance isn't in this list, there's a list in here. We'll go to it. It's under the, move these around. Under the settings here, let me change the color of this. There is a side enabled. So west-east resistance. Okay. For some reason, oh, because they don't get the hearing aids enabled. Oh, interesting. Oh, I see the problem. Okay. Okay. I see the problem. Well, we still need to add this event handler to the AI, even if they have Vcom disabled. Just so the other AI can hear them better if they have it enabled. That's the problem. Okie dokie. I know, I'm sure there'll be some issues with that, but that's essentially the problem. Which is fine, so that means we can just take this. And that just needs to be part in here. So the fired, I think the hit isn't needed. The fired's needed, so it's going to be a little bit more complicated than I thought. So in here, this isn't as super optimized as I'd like, but it's only per group, so I think it's going to be manageable. We're going to go in here and we're going to only add in the fired event handler in here. And this one we'll get rid of the fired event handler. And disable everything else. Did I mess this up? Difficulty set. How will becoming a difficulty set? This should only be set if they're using Vcom. Okay, so that should work. All this stuff that we set in the beginning, I don't even need to set that. We'll do that. Things don't even need to be set if they're being disabled, so we can do that all here. And that should work just fine. This stuff is okay, that's quick. And current units. Yeah, and this doesn't need to be in here either. There. That should fix that issue, actually. Did I change the right one? I did. Okay. Let's boot it up. First, let me make sure I fix that. Well, we're going to find out. And actually, let me come back up again. Let's go ahead and add some more debug, right? I need to get better with adding debug, so we're going to go open up the FSM again. Bam. Okay. We want to do, let us know when they exit, right? So we're going to grab this, pop, and format. Because remember, this Vcom works on a group basis now, not just an individual basis. So you can't have one AI in a group have Vcom. The rest of it, has to be disabled. We've exited Vcom scripts. So we'll do that. And then we'll even go in here and go, we're going to debug, Vcom, initialized. And then let's go through here. What do I want to do? The combat end. I'm looking for, I think I thought I had a condition here that would just charge a point at full speed. No, I changed that up. They're always full speed. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So what this is, after some time of combat, they will actually change their behaviors. Back, and instead of combat, we'll do normal. Oh, sorry, safe. Not careless, but safe is fine. And then I'll go back to their starting behavior as well, which we get. Is that what we get that in here? Yeah, okay. Sweet. Alright. And we'll also put this up here just in case. Exit, okay. Perfect. So we're going to go ahead and hit save now. We're going to go test this bad boy out. First things first is, let's go ahead. And I'm looking at something in the other monitor here, which you cannot see. Going to pull up let's see, you know, I'm going to do it over here. The RPT file. So you can kind of keep track of that. Roaming. Where's Arma 3? Is this it? Is this the most recent one? This be it? You can see that error message right there we were getting. Okay, so we can actually check this. Will this make this look better? Nope, sure don't. Oh boy. Oh god, that's even worse. What's that? Okay, we're just gonna use that. Oh, we already got an error. If a variable, if it become, okay. So that's not defined for some reason. What happened? Well, yeah, it is. It's right here. Alright, and then we also have it in the AI settings here. And do we have it in the default settings as well? Why is that not getting it? Is that just some weird issue? Sorry, I'm just checking. Yeah, because we just set them up here. Let's go ahead and cancel back all the way out. We'll reboot Arma 3 just to make sure that's taking effect. CBA. Oh, you know what? Nope. I'm being stupid again. This user config needs to be copied to my actual Arma 3 folder. That's the problem. So I need to open up another folder. And paste it over here. Replace. Okay. Now it's replaced. I'll change the name. Bada boom, bada bing. I think now we have new RPT need to open up, which is fine. Fresh start never hurts. Let's look at all these lovely error messages the Arma produces by default. Bam. And let's open up the Vcom. Where's the Vcom? There it is, the Vcom showcase. I need to make another mission where it's just let you watch as Vcom goes and does their thing. Alright. messages, and let's go ahead and set this up so it just will constantly update itself. And no big error messages I'm seeing. So we're going to go ahead and activate Zeus again. Okay. Let's go ahead and plop down one of you.
Waiting orders.
One of you
等待中
guys.
等待指示
Oh, here we go. Now we got another error message. Call Vcom AI side specific for each unit. This. Whoa, now what's that from? I'm actually not even sure what that's from. So for each unit, this. That's a very, very vague. These missions I have in here. There we go. Oh. Oh, I see the issue. That's what that was from. Yeah, the group in there. Okay, that's an easy fix. Backing out, backing out. So open up the FSM. In here, there's this little. Yeah, this needs to be this call. AI difficulty set. Or sorry, group call. I'm not sure how that got deleted. Huh. Okay. I'll just double check it. Yep. Hit play. Load her in. And we're gonna go ahead and hit advance Zeus. And using our magical Zeus powers, we're going to just create a whole bunch of just random soldiers. Bam. And bam.
准备接受指示
Okay. And again, let's bring up the RPT. You can see that error that got reported. And well, you know, I just realized as well, we need to enable the debug mode. The thing about debug mode is if it's not enabled, you won't do anything. So let's go ahead and equals true.
准备接受指示 Standing by
Cool.
准备接受指示 Ready
So we can set up a little
Ready
scenario
for
here.
orders
Okay, let's bring this back up. Alright, you can see here, now the debug become initialize. Well, I spelled that wrong. We're going to just ignore that. I should probably put some form of marker on here so you can track it better, like Vcom marker. So I'm going to start doing that. I'm making sure Vcom's in everything. Vcom initialize script and initialize so you can easily track it. So doing a search for Vcom. Alright, so one thing I hate about Zeus is there's no hold waypoint. It really bothers me. What I want to test is the hold waypoint still. I think I had a function for that somewhere. Let's see, hold waypoint. They dismiss. Oh, here, now there's a hold. There we are. So the hold waypoint Vcom should make them garrison structures. Should, in theory. And did it? Yeah. It's got stuck in a rock though. How is it that one? Let's see why it was that one really quick. Here's a hold waypoint. Spawn Vcom func garrison gets called, so we're going to functions. is it called? Yeah. Plunk garrison. Am I blind? Oh, there it is. So it finds the nearest objects. Okay. Oh, that's where they spawned in initially. Okay. Okay, so it just kind of finds one. But he's getting told, oh, it's not including the leader doesn't go. Oh, that's interesting. For each group units. Okay, that's weird. So the leader gets. Oh no, he went somewhere. Where'd he go? Oh, he eventually went. Okay, wow, what a weird thing. So this is the garrison, so they shouldn't leave there, right? So let's test that out. Let's actually create another group.
Waiting orders.
And actually, I think the way it works is wherever I create them initially.
Waiting.
Ooh. I think that's how it works. They will go through there, or is it always going to be that building? Yeah, okay, I see. That's probably going to need to change. This guy's stuck. So they're going to there. So let's go ahead and set this up here like this. And let's even get a little cheeky with this. NATO.
Waiting.
Okay. And what we're going to do... Let me do this first.
Awaiting orders.
Oh, they're engaging. Okay. And they should eventually move around in there. Oh yeah, they did. They did. Oh, this goes through the floor. Good old AI wait. There's actually guys up in here, and they should actually move around inside on occasion. Okay. So they're all responding to the gunfire. Spreading out and doing things. That makes me happy. No error messages popping up. Check this. Weapon suppression is working. False, 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 false. Beautiful. Okay. We're gonna just murder everyone. Let's test that bug now, see if that bug is fixed. So if I go in here, and I spawn in Rifle Squad, and we'll reproduce as closely as we can, and then I'll get like a fire team here. And we'll just get a bunch of guys. Okay? And what we're gonna, oh wait, can't do that yet. I need to come in here to the Vcom. Where is it? Yeah, this green just kind of like hurts my eyes when it's all green like this. Can I change it? What is this? There we go. There we go. Side enabled. We're going to change this to equals west and east only. So now resistance should not be getting any Vcom stuff added to them. Except for the hearing aids ones. I think are the most important ones, right? And then we can even check the RPT. Oh. Okay. So they're not even being initialized at all. So they'll be coming in. Uh-huh. Because they're not in there at all. Just because they're not even in the side enabled. these guys kind of did because it's close enough, but still everyone's not, you know, they should be in combat mode right now. No, they're just getting shifted. So, alright, I see the issue. So the issue is, so I should require a restart. I do 2 checks. So if they're in the side enabled, then they get added. Okay. We need to change this up. We need to change this up here. And this count I found is actually slower, so we'll just do 4 each. Oops, too much. And then UI sleep here is better. So interesting. So we need to change this up because we can change it in the FSM. So we just need to get rid of this check right now. Just have it always execute. Just always add every group to the active list. That's fine. So they don't, you know, get reconsidered. But then in here, it'll get removed anyway. Right? Because they'll go in here, they'll execute this code here, and then immediately exit. So let's go ahead and take a look. That way we can have some control over the AI. Vcom can take some control. But let's go ahead and confirm that theory. Advanced Zeus. Enable that. Go ahead and make it so resistance will not be enabled. And so if we spawn in a rifle squad,
Ready for orders.
we should see them eventually in here. Eventually, I would assume. This is not updating quick enough, so let's go ahead and... Oh, it's not even saying they're being added. Did that break it? Hinted string, bam. No, they're in there. What? That's really weird. Oh, debug mode's not on. Oh, God. Okay. I was like, why is it not populating? Uh-oh. Let's try this one more time.
Ready for...
There we go. Okay. And so if we spawn in a bandit fire team,
Prêt.
well, that's more blue 4 guys here too.
Waiting.
I love these errors you just get from Zeus. Yep, here we go. Exit of Vcom scripts. So they should have the event handlers added. Just really come in here. Okay, so I fired some rounds. And you can see that these guys aren't generating waypoints. These guys are. These guys are gonna go check it out. Okay. And you can see weapon suppress fossil. Oh. Here's one problem though. See how much this ran? Why is that running so much? Oh no, because it's going for every AI unit. Is that why? Let's take a look. No, I shouldn't be that. So let's go ahead and go to the hearing aids script. It ran every time he fired, I think. Uh-huh. Yeah, here's the problem. Okay. So this does not need to execute every time it fires. That's just, especially if we're doing get number config file, that's just a bad practice. So what we're going to do is grab this, put it away. Well, first get rid of that. I don't, yeah. Get rid of, and we'll do something like this first. Okay. What that allows us to do now is reduce the amount of times this function's even really executing some heavy commands. So quickly check, okay, is the weapon put to put equal to throw, then exit with. Then the quick check if it's been, you know, more than 20 seconds, then yeah, let's go ahead and check. Otherwise we're checking every single time and that's not necessary. So, perfect. And oh, they already destroyed them. Did they lose a single guy? Oh, Blue just lose a single guy. Look at them all moving through. Wow, look at this. Whew. Put them down. Okay. Alright, so I think I'm pretty happy with that. This video is already long enough. So we fixed some good bugs. We optimized some good things. We implemented a new artillery script in here. That I'm going to give massive credit for him doing that. That is awesome. So I'm going to leave a post in here actually right now. I'm going to say, hello, I would like to include this in Vcom AI in the next update of Vcom AI, replacing my current artillery system. Please let me know if you have concerns about this so that we can address them. This is awesome work. And from the little, little I saw, this is a great addition. Thank